Hi everyone and welcome back to Rainbow Budgets and Plans. My name is Natalie and on this channel we do all things budgeting, planning, organisation and getting my life back together one step at a time. So welcome back. Today we are going to be doing my March budget and I thought this time round I would do it step by step with you. So it's going to be an incredibly long video. So please go and grab a drink or snack or whatever and we'll get into it. I will try and pause and write out big chunks and then come back and talk through it, but we'll see how we go. So I have my budget planner here. So this is the personal budget planner. It is available in my Etsy shop for anybody who is wanting to order one of those. I have a few left in stock, not many, but if there is a huge demand, I will do another round of pre-orders for them. But yeah, my Etsy shop is linked in the description box below. So let's get into it. It's very sunny today. I'm struggling to see. I'm loving the winter sun. It hasn't rained in a few days, which is amazing. But now I've said that, it's probably going to chuck it down later. So I'm going to zoom you in, but I do write on the wonk. So I apologise if it is a bit skew with for you to see. So I'm just going to move some things out of the way so that we can kind of get this in there. So we start off with income. So I write my income as earned income. So that this is anything we get from jobs, the business, anything that we basically earn as such. Other income, so this is anything that we receive in benefits or side hustle money, that kind of thing. If we use any savings, I have a line for savings used. Anything that we've rolled over in cash, so cash rollover, and digital rollover as well. So anything that we might roll over in our bank accounts that's not in like a savings pot, so just like our main joint account balance or whatever. I need to grab a calculator. So I also just wanted to say that you don't need a fancy budget planner to kind of work out your budget. You can just grab a notepad, piece of paper, pen, and then just use a calculator on your phone, or if you've got a calculator floating around the house. So in terms of earned income, so we have my partner's income, and luckily I already know what we're all being paid this month for March because I'm recording this a little bit late and our budget actually does start in a couple of days. So I already know what we're already being paid, but what I would do if I didn't know is I would do it based on worst case scenario. So what's our basic earned income going to be? So my partner is being paid $2,080. I'm receiving maternity pay of $770. And I'm also bringing in £500 this month from the business, and that's all down to the orders that I've received, but primarily was the over the rainbow budget boxes that I did at the beginning of February. So what I do with my business money is I hold it in my business account and then I pay myself like a month in arrears, that kind of thing. So it just helps me plan for the month. So anything that I receive in March will go towards April's budget. So in total for earned income, we are anticipating £3,350. So I'll just write that in there, 3,350. And then other income, the only thing that I am anticipating to receive in March is our child benefit. We have 3 children, so we receive £238 every 4 weeks for child benefit. Savings used, it is my partner's birthday in March, so we are going to be using his sinking fund, and his sinking fund has £70 in it. So I will be bringing that £70 into our budget. I'm not anticipating any cash rollover this month, and I don't anticipate to be bringing anything over digitally either. So that is all of our income for March. So we just now add this up, 3,350. 238 and 70. So we have a total income in March of 3,658. So if you've been following my budgeting journey from December, you'll know that that's a lot lower than it normally is, and that's due to my maternity pay being reduced. So normally we're about the 4,000 mark every month, but obviously because of maternity pay it has gone down, so I've just forgotten to write the dates in. So our March budget is actually going to run from the 3rd of March up until the 30th of March. So we run our budget from a Monday. It's a 4-week budget month for us, because we run it until the next Monday that we are paid, basically, which is usually the 28th of the month, and then the next Monday is the 31st. So that is that. The next thing to do is fixed expenses. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, I'm going to come back once I've written them all down, and then we'll go through them. Okay, so I've written down all of our fixed expenses for the month of March. There is one that we don't actually pay in February and March, and I didn't realise that when I did February's budget, is our service charge for our property. So we have a company that comes and cuts all the communal grasses, they repair any fences, they remove any like rubbish, that kind of thing, and we pay a year in arrears. So what happens is in April, or at the end of March, beginning of April, we get like a new bill. So I'm guessing all of the properties on the estate get the same bill. And it's shared equally between the properties. So last year we were paying £26 a month. Until we get the bill in a few weeks, we won't know what we're going to be paying for next year, because it depends on how many repairs they've had to make, that kind of thing. So yeah, we won't be paying that in March, because we only pay it for 10 months of the year. But what we are paying, so we have our bank fee, which is £22 a month. That gives us cash back on certain bills, so every now and again you'll see some extra money coming into our bank when I've withdrawn that, but it also gives us car breakdown, mobile phone insurance, travel insurance, and there's loads of other things that we can kind of get on top of that, so it's worth us having that, because to insure our phones and get breakdown insurance and things like that would cost more than the £22, but obviously we do get the cash back as well. So I think we get about £5 a month cash back. So in reality, it costs us £17 a month for the insurances and the breakdown, which I think is worth its weight anyway. Energy, which is our gas and electric, we pay £150 a month. We currently have about £400 worth of credit in our gas and electric account, which I just kind of like leave there. Obviously over the winter it has kind of gone down, the amount of credit we have, but I'm hoping that over the summer we'll kind of build that back up again. I am also going to be fixing our gas and electric before the price rises in April as well, so I'm going to look into that this week. We have 2 cars, so we pay car tax twice, which is £17 a month for each. So we have a big family car that fits all of the kids' car seats. So if we need to go out, all 5 of us, we use that car, and then we have a smaller car which we cannot fit all 3 car seats in, but my partner generally uses that to go to work in, so that it means that I can have the big car here in case I need to take the baby and Big Pickle somewhere, because there's quite a few times where my partner will be at work with the smaller car, and there'll be an issue with Big Pickle and I have to go and get him from his provision, or I have to take the baby for an appointment or wherever. So that's why we have the 2 cars. I have been and ahhing about whether to get rid of the smaller car, but at the minute, logistically, it works out better for us, and the smaller car is currently in negative equity, so we wouldn't have the money to pay it off, the finance in full, and because we don't have the money in savings to kind of cover the difference, it's just a bit of a mess. So at the minute, we're going to keep hold of both cars. TV licence is £15. We do watch live TV. So there is certain things that we watch on the Freeview channels, like on BBC One and ITV, and things that we watch on live TV. So that's why we pay for our TV licence. Council tax is £188 a month, so we pay ours over 12 months. I know there is an option to pay it over 10, but we just choose to pay ours over 12. We are a Band D property in the northeast of England, and we don't receive any discounts because we're not a single household or anything like that. So yeah, £188 a month. I'm expecting that to go up quite a bit in April. Our council has announced that they're doing a 4.99% increase next year, so I'm waiting for that bill to drop to kind of see where that's going to go up. Our mortgage, so we do have a mortgage on our property. We bought this house in June 2021. So our mortgage is £570 a month, and that is fixed until March 2028. So I'm thankful that we did a 5-year fix on our mortgage. So that's that. Car insurances for both cars are 26 and 24. I don't think they're extortionate. We've both been driving for a few numbers of years, and neither of us have had any accidents. So yeah, so it's 26 and 24. So we pay £50 a month to insure both cars. Netflix, £11. The kids use a lot of the Netflix. I quite enjoy a lot of the crime documentaries on there. Blink is our security cameras. So we have the doorbell and then 2 external cameras. And then we pay £8 a month to kind of store the videos or anything like that. Which has been worth its weight in gold, based on some incidents that have happened at our house, and we've actually helped a neighbour as well who had their car stolen. So yeah, it's been worth its weight in gold, paying that every month. EE is my phone, so it's £64 a month at the moment. My phone contract runs out in June, so I've only got 3, so March, April, May, 3 or 4 payments left of the £64, and then I can go onto a SIM only contract, so I'm hoping to see that come down dramatically. Water, £39 a month, so we are on a water meter, so we pay for what we use. We tend to get a bill every 6 months, and it kind of adjusts to what we should be paying, and I'm expecting a new bill in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see if that kind of stays the same or whether that goes up as well, because everything, it's this time of year, isn't it? It's the end of the financial year where everything kind of increases in price, which is annoying, but it's a fact of life, isn't it? And it's affecting everybody, not just us. O2 is my partner's phone bill. His is astronomically high, and I wish he'd never taken out that phone bill, but it is what it is, and I think his is due around the same time as mine, maybe a couple of months later. So hopefully we can kind of get down to a SIM only contract as well on that. But with both phone bills, it's just kind of a case of waiting it out until we've kind of paid them off and we can get down to that SIM only point. Internet, so that's for internet only. We don't have a landline. We have our internet through a company called UFibre. And because of we have a 3-storey house, and I run the business from home as well, and we kind of needed the best that we could get. So £37 is what we pay for our internet, and our internet speed is amazing. Never had any issues with it whatsoever. So yeah, £37 a month. And then we've got our minimum debt payments. So I've kind of named them all, so you don't know what they are. But there's only one more credit card left to pay off, and then the rest of it is loans. Either loans or cars, basically. So we've got all of our minimum debt payments there. I can't wait for this emerald one to finish. So this one finishes in December 2026. So we've got just over a year and a half left on that. And I can't wait to have this £332 back into our monthly budget to help us pay off the others. So yeah, we've got about 19 payments, I think, 19, 20 payments left to make on that one. But yeah. Oh, can't wait. And then we've got Amazon Kids, so that's for 2 of the kids, so Big Pickle and Little Pickle. They both have Amazon tablets, and I absolutely love them. It has like a parent dashboard, and they have to do so much learning or reading before they can then access the fun apps. So we have it set up so during the week when they're at school, they can only have like an hour's screen time, and out of that hour they have to do half an hour of learning or reading, and we can kind of manage what they're accessing. So £5 a month for that is fine with us. Obviously if we started to struggle, that's something that we could look at getting rid of, but it's worth it for the kids. PlayStation is £14 a month, so my partner likes the game, and so do the boys, and we pay £14 a month, and it gives us access to a huge range of games that both my partner and the kids can play. Like the kids love the Lego, like Avengers and Star Wars and things like that, and the Hot Wheels game is the new favourite at the minute. So yeah, it's worth it for us to have access to kind of the games that they want to play. And then we have Paramount Plus, which is another streaming service, and I use that for I'm a really big CSI fan. So it was the only streaming service that I could get was Paramount Plus, is that I could get CSI on. But there's things on there that the kids like to watch that are only available on Paramount Plus. I'm starting to get a bit annoyed that there's so many different streaming services now, and you kind of have to pay for them all, because you can get like seasons 1 and 2 on Amazon, but you have to get Paramount Plus to get any other seasons and things like that, and it's just a way of conning you out of more money. But yeah, I think Paramount Plus is the next one to go, because we do have Amazon Prime. So we have Amazon Prime, Netflix and Paramount Plus, and then my dad pays for Disney Plus for the whole family. So we do have access to Disney Plus as well, we just don't pay for it. My dad pays for that every year for the whole family. I've got 2 sisters and they've got kids of their own, and yeah, my dad kindly pays for Disney Plus for the whole family. So yeah, Paramount Plus is probably the next one to go. So that is all of our fixed expenses. I'm just going to tilt you so we can see the bottom of this page. Oh, I really need to start learning how to edit videos. I'll find someone that can do it for me. So we're going to add all these together. So 22 plus 150 plus 17 plus 17 plus 15 plus 188 plus 570, 26, 24, 11, 8, 64, 39, 80, 37, 130, 332, 248, 79, 201, 5, 14 and 8. So I've got that as 2285. I'm just going to double check that. Right, I'm glad I double checked that, and it's worth noting to always double check your numbers. So I'd missed one of our bills off, so I'd missed off debt number 11. So I've added that on now, so it's 243. So our fixed expenses come to 2528. So if we start with the 3658 minus the 2528, we are left with £1,130. And then that's when we go up to our variable expenses. So we are going to start with groceries, household. So these are the two main ones. So we are a 4-week month, so we do £110 a week on groceries. So 110 times 4 is 440. And then household, I tend to do £20 a week, so that's going to be 80 for household. So this covers us for all of the food that we need for the month, and then any toiletries, cleaning products, baby products, so like wipes, nappies, and then yeah, so toiletries like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, cleaning products like toilet roll, bin bags, sprays for the kitchen, that kind of thing. So that's 440 for groceries, and then £80 for household. The next thing we have is travel, which is fuel for the car, or cars should I say. Now we were both out because we had £80 last month for fuel, and we both topped up our cars. We still have quite a lot of fuel left, so I'm just going to do £15 a week this month. So we're going to do 15 times 4 is 60. So it's basically £30 for each car. My partner lives quite close to work, so it's not a huge commute for him. Oh, my stomach is rumbling because I've not had any lunch today. And then I do the odd bits and pieces of driving. I don't do huge amounts. So £60 should be more than enough to cover us for fuel for the month of March. The next one we have is entertainment. So this is basically personal spending money for everybody in the house. So it's like pocket money for the kids. Oh, I can't spell entertainment. Oh, hang on. That's going to bug me. Let's just get the Tipp-Ex out. I used to use erasable pens, but you couldn't really see it on the video. So now I use Tipex. Going old school with the Tipex. I'm just going to wait for that to dry. But this is entertainment. So the kids each get 10 for the month. So that's 30 for the kids. And then me and my partner both get 25 each. So that's £80 for the month in entertainment. And that just helps us pay for anything that we kind of want. We still want to be able to enjoy ourselves even though we're on this like really long debt journey. It's still important for us. Miscellaneous. So I tend to put £5 a week into miscellaneous, so that's going to be £20 this month. And that's just for anything that crops up. Usually I spend it on postage for random things. So that's miscellaneous. Then we have gifts. So like I said, it is my partner's birthday March. And you can see here that I've transferred the £70 in from savings used, and then this is where that £70 is just going to be transferred out to pay for his gifts for that. Next one is childcare or school. So we do pay for like wraparound care for Little Pickle. So he does breakfast club and he does after school clubs. So he does a different after school club every day of the week. So he does like an arts and crafts one, he does a learning maths one, he does a reading one. I think one day he does drums. Yeah, they're all different and they're different every term as well. But it costs us £5 a day. So there's 5 days in a school week and there's 4 school weeks this month. So it's £20, no. 5 times 5 is £25 a week, and then times 4 weeks is 100. And then last but not least is vape. So we do both vape. It's not the best habit to have, but we were huge smokers, which again was a worse habit. So we've probably been quit a few years now. I think it was 2021 we quit. And we have been vaping ever since. It's massively improved our budget. Again, it's like I said, it's not the best habit to have. But I have noticed the price of it has gone up, so I'm actually going to increase our monthly budget to £50. And that's for both of us, and that is something that I would love to quit. I think it's more like the hand to mouth kind of action that's repetitive for me or addictive rather than the actual vape itself. I don't know. But yeah, right now it is what it is, and that's what we pay for. But it is a lot cheaper than cigarettes. We were probably spending about £400 or £500 a month on those. So £50 a month I can live with for now. Is this dried? Yeah. So entertainment. And have I done it again? Why can't I spell? Oh my days. Entertainment. Jesus. So that is everything, I believe, for our variable spending. We don't anticipate spending on clothes or beauty or medical. No, I think that is it this month. So let's add all this together. So 440 plus 80 plus 60, 80, hang on, have I done this right? 440, 80, 60, 80, 20, 70, 150. So that is £900. Again, I'm just going to double check my calculations. So yeah, £900 in variable spending this month. So we had 1,130 left over. We are spending £900 on variables, so that leaves us with £230. Okay, annual savings. So if you watched my previous video, I did some side hustle cash stuffing, and I managed to fully fund our boiler service, our home insurance and Amazon Prime. So we only have Christmas, school uniform and birthdays left to stuff. So let's have a look at what we can do. So Christmas, school uniform are the two main ones. So I like to put £50 a month away for Christmas, just to keep that topped up, and then towards the end of the year we might make bigger contributions towards that. School uniform, currently we want to get it to 300. We currently have 80 in there, and we've got March, April, May, June, July and August, so we've got 6 months left. So we need to be putting £36.66. Blah. So if we put £40 into school uniform, and then because obviously my partner's birthday is in March, so the next birthday is Big Pickle, and his is in July. So let's see what we've already got for him. So I've got my birthday binder here. So we're going to be using this money this month. So the next one is, no, not baby, it's Big Pickle's birthday. Oh, please excuse my stomach, I'm clearly very hungry. So we've got 20, 40, 45 and 50 in his envelope. And I would like to get it to 150. As they're getting older, their birthday presents, Christmas presents are getting more expensive. So we've already got 50, so we need another 100, and we've got March, April, May, June. So divided by 4. So we need to put £25 in there to kind of stay on track with that. Then the birthday after that is Baby Pickle. That's his birthday. And then Baby Pickle's birthday. So her birthday is not until December. It will only be her first birthday, so she's not going to need a huge amount. She's not going to really remember it as such. But again, 150 I think is the goal, and we have already got in there 30. So minus 30, so we've got £120 left to go, and we've got March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So if we divide that by 9, it's £13. So if we round that up to 15, then it's my birthday, but this is in 2026. Let's have a look. So for my partner, maybe just do 100, and then the kids we do 150. So I have got 20, so I need another 80 in there. 80, and my birthday's not till January, so we've got March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So we've got 10 months, so I need to put £8 in a month, but I like to do notes, so we'll do 10. Then full circle back to Little Pickle, whose birthday was in February, and we're starting his again. So 150 divided by 12, so it's £12.50, so he needs 15 in his. And again, full circle back to my partner. Whose birthday will be the next March, so his is the 26th birthday, 2026. And we'll do £10 a month for that. So hopefully we're still within budget. Let me just pop these away. Let me pop them back in order though, because otherwise that's going to frustrate me. So yeah, next one's Big Pickle, then Baby, then me, then Little Pickle, then hubby. He's not my husband yet. We'll get married in October. so we really need to get a wriggle on with the wedding savings. Okay, so we had £230 to play with. 50 plus 40 plus 25 plus 15 plus 10 plus 15 plus 10. So that is 165. So we do 230 minus 165. That leaves us with £65. Okay. Oh, you couldn't see that's what I've just written the totals down there. If we flip over to the next side, so the next side is our variable savings. So usually this would be saving for clothing, beauty, medical expenses, car maintenance, home maintenance, and all that jazz. But I am getting slightly concerned that we are getting married in October. We still have quite a substantial amount left to pay for the wedding. So the last £65 that we have is going to go towards the wedding. If I had a bit more money, I would have maybe split it across things like medical, home maintenance, car maintenance. We do have a tiny amount in these envelopes. It's not a huge amount, but maybe we can start stuffing these with side hustle money to build these up a bit. So like clothing, we've got £35 in, medical we've got 50 in, I believe. Yeah. Home maintenance has got maybe 20 quid in there, and car maintenance has got a little bit. So yeah, it would have been nice to stuff these a little bit, but obviously because of the reduction in income, we don't have the spare money to stuff these this month in March. And like I said, I'm very concerned that we get married in October, all of the balances are due in September. So yeah, £65 is going to go towards the wedding. So that leaves us with 65, and that gives us a leftover of 0, which does mean that we're not able to make any extra debt payments this month. We're not able to put anything into long-term savings, which would be the emergency fund. And then we have a rollover of 0 because we're not rolling anything out, which is why I do a zero-based budget. So this kind of section of the budget has got very little in it. I did explain when I did my debt confession that the next 12 months would be more about building up our sinking funds and our savings than concentrating on the debt payoff, which is why the budget is how it is at the moment, especially whilst we've got the wedding to pay for, because the last thing I would want to do is have to pay all of our vendors on a credit card to pay for the wedding, because we've kind of committed to the wedding now, and if we were to cancel the wedding we would lose thousands of pounds, and I'm talking thousands of pounds. So yeah, now the next few months is definitely trying to make sure that we're paying the wedding as much as we can in cash and in savings. So that's why I've kind of done it the way that I've done it. Obviously we don't need to save for the birthdays right now, so I could have technically put that this money, like the 2026 birthday money, I could have put into the wedding, I suppose. But if we are only paying £10 a month, it means that we're slowly building those birthdays up for next year, rather than getting to January, February next year and going, oh, I need to find some money for Little Pickle's birthday, that kind of thing. So it's all about making the money that we have work for us. So yeah, I think that's going to be our final budget for March. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. I don't think there's anywhere else that we could have changed things. But yeah, that is our budget for March. If you do have any questions, please pop them in the comment section below. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. You can always reach out to me on Instagram as well. There's also an email address linked in the description box if you want to send me an email either. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to this very long video, but that is our March budget. Reduced income, still trying to pay for a wedding, still trying to make sure we're saving up for the things that we're saving up for, so that we don't have to use a credit card to pay for Christmas or school uniform or birthdays. So yeah, that is the plan. It is working out well, and then hopefully in 2026, once the wedding is done and dusted, we can go full steam ahead with the debt payoff. So our goal to pay off debt is by March 2028. So we still have, once we get into 2026, we'll still have 2 years to kind of go full throttle with the debt payoff. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye.